advanced woman in so a friend is saying. Yeah, so if what do you call it? Ready Player One. Okay, so for San Americano, but I'm moving to you. Did you do with your man?
Hey, okay.
Is it okay? Yeah, maybe I'm warning you. Yeah, moving to me. Ofite muton. Manya, yeah. My papa be engineer. Mama na me papa be away. Okay, so yeah, so the Ready Player One, it have many friends. It's really nice. Oma Henry, where the humans was having an ability to be. It was a technology, right? And that technology was, I think, a VR headset. Where out the share now project your consciousness and your insight, and you start to interact with the reality, And I think that in the movie, the crowd things are more kind. Also, in the oasis, also then your imagination is your limit, right? Ain't you want to mean,
Yeah, to nkapa.
yeah. So see in the oasis, your imagination is your limit. You can create what you want. You can go where you want. And basically, they were just giving a glimpse of how the inner world works and how things are, So, answer during that movie, Obi Owo, Unimubiano was having a character, right? So moving a church, movie from who we are coming on this earth, and as also apart from the Sanso Church, how we deals with the inner worlds and how the inner worlds works. When we talk about your imagination is your limit, right? Now, also in that movie, the moment I say all the world the realms and war games in them now, all that realms was in the headset. And show me, right? So that headset, is the same thing. A bit I can say that headset is the mind. Okay. So I say now nipa nanga se wo ho bo mo de ade show mu ti ono mako wiase foforo bi no mu enyoma ho awo ye, right? Sir. So that is how I see the mind is. The mind is almost like that VR headset. What is shot? Consciousness is the shot. Who are projecting itself at them. Reality network. Mind in the same thing to say the VR headset. I'm the shot no more you. Easy to.
Yeah.
Mine is Ruby Hobo. So,
Hey,
God, so
sorry. I think I got
universal. I
this.
don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, my meeting now.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that was it, right? And only I catch them say from the physical, actual, causal plane. These are all the words of the mind. It's more like a VR headset. And our consciousness, the action. Your consciousness, the share. Then it starts to interact with this reality. Okay, it's once a game, no be a good game, no be our character do. How we projecting a consciousness this year. And they have the experiences with it. Okay. As will be our body view of her representing. The same way in a physical reality as in here. Men are one will be a your body your honambia a represent here ha. Until you see a person log into this mind that and no and I hear you right now. Right? Somebody now back into this reality. I won't one ya. No project consciousness and about vision. That I say. It's the same thing as the Ready Player One movie, man. So it's the same thing. We were somewhere, we put on the mind VR headset, and now we are in this reality. We have a new body, we have a new name. Um, we have different families, friends, and all that. You see how it works. So, one, the movie explained how the mind and this reality, what everything is going on, is talking about. Now, one thing is also, what do you call it? Answer, your friend is saying, when we come here now, we call something the ego. Now, I didn't say think I catch him. Ego is bad. Ego is not a bad thing. I mean, the word ego, when I'm out for the word ego, no more than say at the bonnet, not the bonnet. Who identity are the one here for any the ego. Okay? The if you are out in, I did be a fan who be a thing who say one or any friends of the ego. It's your identity of being one. So, answer when omu run game more almost omu different identity, omu different parties. Obia would do a dinner. You're different from you're different from the you're different in real life. Right? Yeah. So the same thing. That's it. So nipa no what game no so OPF game ni more. Answer some share ya. What happens oja ni character no ni ego no ni identity what picking no game ni na no. On found by the working world. Oja no right? Yes. So that is the same way catch him say. I also explained where you catch him so over projections and all that. And you need to silence the ego because you are going to log out. So when you're going to do projections or going within yourself, it's almost like you're logging out. Also, Ubobo game are logging in. Right now you're logging out. Now logging out, I want to find your man. Identity and what that games in the okay, character alpha no meaning. I want to mean fan back into the waking world. But I want to mean fan back your true home. Because it was just a game, it was just a character that you did pick up, right? And then I am man frontiers here. We can silence the ego, let go, man, on to me, and it's not to bring the whole problem. You can't walk on to me, ego, how will I surrender with, and on a cast of surrender, be the same meaning. And your man doing so winning, ego, no, and your man doing so winning. And your man who know what doing is the alpha no, I think you are holding to me, soon the other way answer is the ego. It is the case of going into the hand because of surrender your ego. If it is a sign of money in a Jan Ho, it for example, in the pan was cotton was I see you. Once no, at the end of crying in a cray. I did ask him how because that identity, in Indiana, they catch him say, dear, I did ask him, imagine it, where they ask him what, now who question whatever you are doing is the ego speaking, right? So it's almost like that how I would reason physical reality and how the reason we're game in the mono. Hope so go out of your true home. You still want to carry the same manner, the same thing to your true home. I want the problem, never. Right? Okay, I'm never gonna, interfere, judge. I'm just gonna let everything happen. Because anything I'll be judge. It's coming from the ego, which is not anybody, it's coming from identity to Abefanwa. Because all your grandmas will be here, because I got to any. Now, baby, free so, but I'm not turning out to. You don't have to question. You don't have develop any identity be and any yeah, but who's all. If I catch him saying, you say, Sadia, I mean, and I declare no correct, and I know anything and correct me on your manifesto. Because my ego is not developed. Or another word for ego, my personality, my identity, in the ebine and your domestication, how Susu Hofano. Omunya Sabian, right? You can't say Catan on what we call that. Senka that aspect of the ego, Nanka bedroom, who I did the assam in ye, Adabi and Cray, I did it. Sibiam ye, the assam to us, Sir Adiano. Ego now will be developed, but I didn't right? It's easier for them to go back home to it, to the inner world, really. So the same thing happens to us, right? That some of us we don't understand this, so we want to carry the physical. No, CBA the idea CBA oh yeah sharp or your bem on also is smart. Oh, aha, you guys want to turn in on your problem. So then the smartness, you know, every munas or calculate on a yadi we saying okay, I'm going to be a you know what are you doing? I mean, so how do now the yes and then the idea physical a game in this reality you use that game, you use that logical reasonings and all that. You know, the only time you have one is a who go in and you are analyzing what is going on. Once you end up, you know, you end up sitting there, or you're gonna end up nowhere. But minimum so much them make can say, you see. So yeah, so that is one of yes. So that is one of the things that we need to be careful of, or we need to be able to be aware of. You see, for example, we're having issues in our lives and issues from neighbors, our friends, our you know, from our families, and we start to go through different emotional states. Sometimes it doesn't really, it's not needed though, because all of this is just an illusions anyway. But again, it's part of the game. But sometimes you see somebody reacting to a certain things, I'm like, okay, continue to react to it. At the end of the day, it's gonna be cause 90. You're just wasting time, but you just don't know. You see. Um, so that is one aspect of where that movie was showing us. You see. Now let's talk about the inner travels and what do you call it? How it was being constructed within the game for us to see how our imaginations and how the inner worlds look like and how we can traverse within all these realities and that our imagination is our limits within this grand cosmic arena, right? You see. Now also when they were about to go into this world or this reality, you know, in the movie, right? Again, everybody was having a character, or when I say character, everybody was having a body beer or projecting the consciousness in Koshima, or they having experiences in that reality. You see, so in the same way we do travels. We can choose anybody we want. We can choose a male, a female body. It doesn't really matter. We can choose even an animal. It doesn't really matter. And on a friend is saying, "About phone, I don't know how oh, you whom we are saying, Wadani Abua, Wadani this. Wait, any news? It's not something that a hard. It's the same as a ready play. Also, who different forms and I'm for. The same thing I yes, so some of you, you're gonna teach you how to do it. Well, I'll be creating our form. Obe project consciousness na be shame. E be your techniques be able to embody being no. To be feel it say wo share. We that being now we creating. Obe feel it so wo. Oh you no. Obe na how etie ni na pepepe. And then you can use that body to explore the astral world or the puzzle plane or all the planes if you want to. Now, in order for you to log off from this game, okay, so once I was saying that all these realities, you know, they said that moving it was within the VR headset, and within the VR headset, you know, they were going from different reality to different reality and different reality. Now, within the mind, it's the same thing, but this different reality is in levels and different planes of existence, right? Now, in order for you to log on into all these different planes of existence. It is a logging in, oh, that is what it is. It is a logging in. You are logging in from this physical reality. Okay, so when you are logging in, you should have a login information or login a body. On the first, Nancy move. Some of the games will especially football, soccer. No bad ball. Yeah, soccer games, you know. FC one and the other games. Almost develop your character, right? Into character now be developing. No, na wo momo no. A friend is saying, "Oh, what you super sec character na ne hono ye kese na no ye kotwa na ni ye kakraka." You know, and that character is gonna represent you in that reality of the game now. Obabe enjoy, right? So it's the same way. So when the first level, you need to create your own avatar. Obe use to traverse the other reality. Obe use that avatar. No, Obe create your avatar. It's the same. It's really some movie need the minimum but really the inner world is not really scary as you think. How the inner world work is the same exactly as movie now material. Any idea? It is just a playful, fun thing to do. But again, I know I'm from the spiritual and people who doesn't know how it works, Oh man, who now, ube cool now, you be who now, all these grand ideas it doesn't even make sense. You see what you're talking about? So you create your body, and that body is gonna. So when you watch the movie, how the movie needs to me kono mudin komono or more have a fun or more you say. That is how we as a soul, that is how we are supposed to be. We are here to have an experience and to have fun, you know. This is just a man reality, and we just all of us have logged into this game. Okay, all of us have logged into this game to have fun, to enjoy and all that, and it is perfect. So that is how the inner world is supposed to be. And yes, I will say, yeah, changing and mysterious as a connotation of the man. As a who be no, it's fun. So really, most people are not having fun in their life because of it. They are mixing a very, very big aspect of themselves. If you ask one of the things that might be to my happy pie, probably seeing other places and beautiful places, beautiful. So that aspect of us, those who control this matrix, one dimensional. When I say one dimensional, what I mean is that we only focus on this reality. Without this reality, we think that there's another other reality be your hobby. And other reality never experience, and also that spiritual all this kind of ideas which has nothing to do with anything. Really? So you see, they are infinite multiverse, which is there for you to explore. Listen on. And man, let me tell you about hope, and I'll share in Kwan. In two salary, I think I know the deal. And there are sometimes who's a man for you, and you may be. I don't blame it. Because some people, only a DB and mom joy, it make them joy. Unlike on the generations, you can only call pap be your economons, I don't know, baby, I don't know, there's nothing fun here anymore. That is why you find people doing bizarre or more active. Some of the bizarre acts they can use their body to experience because there's nothing what do you call it? There's nothing stimulating in this reality. So no experience itself. The soul is here to explore, to experience. So when we talk about the inner, you are just logging off. So really, for example, those who like traveling, those who like this is because this is an adventure. If you ask us, I never been there for her. But they are multiverses, not just one planet. Universes with different planets, with different things to explore. It is just an exploration. It is just fun for you to feel fulfilled. Honestly, some of you, when you start to do the travel, you see that's all you're fulfilled in life. I say, yesterday some sense of connection be a winner that you can visit other realities. You see, and we have all this around. These are infinite universes, and most of the planets and beings are really beautiful. Like really, like sometimes you go there, you don't want to even come back again. You see, so these were all things that we are supposed to privilege you, so that we can experience different realities, and life will be much meaningful for us. But here, we don't have anything doing. We are just here, Obu anu tu kwa ba kwa like ho ne de ne wo ho ayi e de na kwa hwe no ho a physical play yeah sa asisu a and kwa Ramadan galaxy obo hu different cities you're going to see different buildings a bit bro adwene won te aseso you've never seen some before it's so beautiful that you may wish to even be there and you don't have to pay any money though. You just have to close your eyes and look out of this body, of this reality, and experience other realities. It is just as fun as Ready Player One. No, normally headset and share or many. But I'm holding on, mommy. I'm coming.
Okay, boss Banti. Yes, we trying kaka. Was I trying from Cho with the mo who said Mammy Biaba, so your friend Quintina. But that's my wife. Okay, until we unfollow no. We uncle follow my wife. That's Quintina for you. Mrs. Architect. So best friend Mrs. Architect so. So everybody go and follow Mrs. Architect. Sɛ me ba hanom na sɛ metumi kasa a ɛyɛ ɔno o.
Okay.
Ɔno na wama me kwan nyɛ saa nka. Mrs. Institute ɛnyɛ saa nka wakye me ahyɛ dɛm ɔsɛ ɔma me ma. But they will ɔma me kwan ma me ba nti. Mo appreciate no small. Okay, boss to so.
And yeah, Quintina no. Ungo follow no. Anyway, so yeah, so that is how it works. Really. So it was supposed to be this and like when people start because on a programming I do understand it you be programming because one of the things I am much stimulated. It is a bit I say I Christianity and agro. See any to me yes I do yeah. One be who be you. If you understand man so it's one of the things I could say there obiaku secret to be now per se or they ebu the obeyana say obema ade na hu say no benya kwan dey there ada you obibi right so this is much like the same thing well I said obi akwa akonya I say it happens obi ni bibi ye na unimu a e simple obai o kire wa so obi ahu a agorante so man hu bi ni ade say na won be hu na ne obenya hu de abu an obenya hu de you know enya hu mfa so from just much as so it's basically the same thing. These are supposed to be fun. Any idea? It's when you feel to log out, you close your eyes, you log out into other, and then you explore the other realities. You know, go for explore, and then you come back. After that, you go. You come back, you go. So this is for those who like adventure. If you want to become, this is not now again. Obi anya spiritual serving card. Anya so kwa kwotena ewiase bi wo wiem baabi o. If you think that there is baby and also kwotena, they said oh yes spiritual and what to work with baby. Mpacho anya sa that is something spiritual psychosis obu also. Asi afono no person ofiri mpacho. You should be able to see heaven from here. All the realities is here and now. Any baby somewhere. You see? So you close your eyes, you log off, you go and explore different realities as you want. And if you are adventurous, then you are adventurous, right? You go, you have different beings, you go here, you explore and you explore and explore and explore. That is why I say no more yeah, can we because I did the money is simple, money is easy. Yes, sanity really any idea I don't like whenever man for stress idea we are. There's an element of kind of who mysterious be I don't really like that because it's as easy as you can see. It's as easy as it can be. It's not really hard at all. You know. and third and this and be way na home way na be you say no one you see na the way na the anyway it's just one place where you person ko no hwɛ nneɛma bi a manfo kyerɛkyerɛ wo and I walk higher and I walk different and who here. So that is why I don't like the word spiritual. And I just say, I mean, Nancy, no, because you said the spirituality there for Esikafu, Bamcho, Esikafu, na yes, spirituality. Ghana had the only scar the anti me here. Aye, and you know, man, be spirituality in there. Only Sikadia to Adjunum. And then Ghana go and I say, first you got 20 CDA. When spirituality, we got him, my friends. Mammy, friends, a bank will be ultimate 10 city, no what the num 10 city. We do we are one me, but again, spirituality when the num, one did the health until we fruit to fruit is on the boarding. Probably not a fruit, apple back was 10 cities or something. So probably this going to be here. Apart from those Nipana or Chrono, Brabeto way, O Baba register at the end of 3,000. Or no Baba be or no Baba be Shano. And as for 5,000, bra. Oh, baby, no man for we, bra. So really, it's almost like a moment you who can create as a more music, you know. How more your mood, you know, right? How more your mood, you know. Mona is almost like, you know, it's almost like you know. And so on, some more when you see Kaka Brabon, Wabubia, or Jodi, as the Swabian, and so it's an okay, I'm just spiritual. No, I'm not going to no meditation. And the idea as I acquire lavish lifestyle, be kind of, you know, Momo don't go baby. American phone is a pesa, you know, black American phone, I'm open that. But anyway, what Ghana come there and host, you know, yeah, bah. We don't, you know, so yeah, no, the probably may say, so that you might say, so, oh, then this spiritual stuff is not for us, though. Because in order for us to become spiritual, Ghana has it. When is car? And then I'll be sure. When you bear 5,000, you know, 10,000 near the other quarter to crystal, and some human will be obese. Okay, crana. Sika obejono. So then, as a man working, mostly I didn't spiritual there. We are looking for enlightenment, where we are all one there. Why are we supposed to pay something? Okay, why are we, you know, we are paying so much for something which is supposed to be free for everybody if we love ourselves. And the whole thing is that these are all a psyop. The idea of spiritual, the idea of this and this, these are all a psyop. These are all there just to mostly to usurp or to gain something from you. You see, these are all not needed. Okay, you don't need all of that. Because you are already as who you are. You never changes. You see? So that is where the problems start coming from. I mean, sometimes these are supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be joyful. Okay, let's go to different realities. You know, you log off, you go and explore, then you come back. You still come back here to no matter how you still have to work, you still have to go, you still have to take off your family. You still have to work, you still have to take care of the family, you still have to take care of yourself, you still have to what else? Yeah. So you go there, you come back and do something from here. You know, you do things. Here is also part of the game. You're also logged in here. You understand? So the Ready Player One, on how happy some of them were, how they were logging in into different. That is our nature. That is how souls we're supposed to be freely to be able to do this. Not just to be something called spiritual. Again, there's no that is just a word I don't even like it. But just to exist, just to experience ourselves of who we are. It's our birthright. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to become all that before. It is something we are. But just per se, and conforming at this system, be a bam. On the motion Ready Player One or crown home. On the neon conformity or Hana, sound call for no, not on your way. Murphy that company, non person, Aquano person or only company now, no creative matrix be. Our game no one a man for your slave within the game no. Meaning say institute some more
Yeah,
nkenya hona
maybe
no more cast
I'm
spell be.
creating, yeah, no, yeah. Me images
Sir.
ni biaba.
So it's the same when yes, once we so created the asha and all feeding off our energy. It's just simple as it takes like that, right? So sometimes people take this too seriously, but really, any idea a husa. Answer Satan ruko hu akwa no, okobo obi pa. So nko be say the same thing. So they are bees and perform to say woman log in or astro or almost so no your mom pam go din pasa sending back, just for fun, just for be interest keke. Right? No, no, so tata. The same way Uncle Fubu or create different thought forms or more feed you amount for some the energy in prayer in the back. It's almost like as a it's almost like a create a baby as a AI over crypto. More bot a baby a what that was AI and I can say amount. What and I can say I it's some sense. Hello?
I'm a creative bot.
Yeah, and the bot is working for them and they are sleeping. It's more like bot like Telegram bots, and then it start mining once your coins crypto once we are not one can say mining coins in amount. Meaning my friend.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's
Mahu dia
basically the
kana.
same thing. I'm not pretty yeah, more like an AI. And an AI and mining energy needs to come on no more. And on Ayana, it causes your misery, you go to sadness, now soon it's just the energy they want. And yeah, they over the serious hey, and I'm go baby again. So over more in the when in the honeymoon how I better to me, man, go baby. You see what you're talking about. So I want you to approach how the inner world and how this travels to different dimensions and realities, all that like send your move in it here. It's just fun. It's if there's nothing so be a true or a movie, it's just fun. You log in, you go to realities that you want, you have your friends. That is any of some of them who are beings will now more different planets so or different reality. You can on more Charlie says so okay fine. Fine, you call here we okay. Yeah, mommy exploration. Okay, Charlie, the young question. Me cry. You call different universe and fire. Okay, fine. And then you, your imagination, you create a spaceship. Probably all of you log on it. You pop up into another universe. You have fun. You have an adventure. After that, Miniama back. You come here. The bones from also bit my barber fro. They will come back down in your dreams or something else. And then things become more fun. And then we are not alone. It is any hassle, maybe because we're hassle now. I say, oh, and maybe because we're hassle now. It said, yeah, aha, this was it. Yes. Yeah. I question, I say, maybe because we're hana say, bravo, who be now say, why you're lonely? Be like, what are you doing? Right? You should never be lonely. It's impossible. It shouldn't be. But with the help of the matrix and any mind control, they've been able to achieve this, and it's fine. It's fine. People are experiencing it, and we try to tell them that when things happen, just forget about it. It's just a game, really. Position yourself well. Learn what you need to learn, so that you know, you become you can live the life that you want, and after that, then you're good to go. You see, can trauma hold your mama, maybe. Easy to.
Yeah. Yeah, I image na me de ato so no. Ano na ye system na omo create here na omo de like omo de ka no. Right. O de ka na do akoram na o bo adwuma wo inside the matrix no. So that is how it looks like. The hanum no. So we'll go through something now. It's because it's a one mile whole coin. It's not real. 1 mile whole coin. It's and the only way I'll bet me I get it out and then I make it let it go. It's not real. But who believe we say a real there, then you're going to experience it. And the movie no more. Matrix na you're creating no. ebinie. They were just showing it to everybody. But again, unim, you're just going to watch it as a movie. Until Momo said, box they were all slaves. Within the matrix, no, they were slaves. Me picture baako bi abɛka ho na mahu ɔmo a ɔmo so yɛabɔ ɔmo paa ɔmo di dwuma wɔ matrix ni mu no. I'm trying to save it by a map. Okay, let's see if this one will come. These were the people that they've been hired. Yɛabɔ ɔmo paa ana ɔmo di dwuma wɔ matrix ni mu. Nti ɔbɛka sɛ these are quote unquote entities. Oh, Milodo Emba. But in Crofona na I'm working for the system na you said that more call inside for a specific assignment. Let me see if I can get the image. More machine there, you know what I'm talking about. Intellectuals for no so oma ko school abin and ya form na almost so ye jumama system no, right? Nti omo pay information bia normal ko intellectuals for no na omo feed you omo with the information. That's why we say just enjoy life. You're not here to become anything. You're not here to please anybody. You are here as a soul, and the on a collective agreement. Say okay, say right? And your friend belief. The belief is a collective construct. It's not real, but it's a collective construct. Collective construct means and then it becomes for us to experience it. Not that it is there, but any person experiencing. It is a siano. Whatever we want to experience now, which is heaven on earth. Now, if you want to experience now collectively, we will construct it and then we experience it. And ye bibi nebe free baby ababe yamae. Sika me bow. Okay, Sika. Ma accept why. Oh, boss a free so now. Hey, when you find chair na. I'm say obi a friend na say.
And na network in your.
Okay. And you're trying your best back. But whilst we are waiting, to say they're not coming, we are here to have fun. That's why if you don't slow down, you're not going to see the fun that is here. Okay, obey busy sama. You can say busy for nothing. You're going to be busy for nothing. Obey ye na obey dia grona we na fe dia cause enti we nyina ya grona akwa we nka mi hu nka mi tinity free so. I'm not saying say kotu obi ti o mi pa cho. But just know say everything here is here for you to experience. Mr. Siama about to asona.
Maba. Yes, so a friend is saying, so that is how it's supposed to be, as I was saying. And tomorrow we're ready, pero I'm more to be at TSB or more having fun. No sanity. You are here to have fun, to have an experience, you see, and you learn through the experiences. Sometimes you don't, it doesn't really matter. But the one thing we are all supposed to get is to be able to get this aspect of us which has lost for a very long time, right? So that we can also explore these realities and these dimensions. Okay. So that is why, again, expanding beyond the seekers. I mean, we are here. We are helping Gakan Kakra. You can. We have all the. What do you call it? Methodologies that will help you to achieve this stuff, which is really really easy. Ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ bi te sɛ tetetete no ɛna akɔ otimi da ɔno ayi ne twa ɔmo timi yi ɔmo kra no ɔmo de kɔ ayɛ huhu hey, you know, but really ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ as they think they will be saying it into our head. It's really simple to do, and a matter of fact, we all do it. Okay, we all do it regardless. When we sleep, your consciousness log off from this reality to other realities, if you like it or yes. So these things are always there for us. It is our destiny, probably. We can't escape it because we are multidimensional. Until although manful, but still the dream world is still flourishing, right? We still can explore the dream world. We still can explore different realities and different dimensions through our sleep. So we find ourselves, although it might seem that it is not there. How we are experiencing this reality and how happy and how this reality is just an experiential reality, you see. So that is the gift we want to give people so that everybody too can have this access to this grand cosmic arena, right? To not make that aspect of ourselves from us. Again, Enya has an adequate solution. Yes, this way, it can also solve your solution for you, but not all of them is gonna solve your solution. It is there for life to be fulfilled. Okay, it doesn't mean a solve solution. So when people come onto this path, the thing is that when they come to spiritual, all their solution is all their problem is gonna solve. But really, that is not what it is. Yes, it can solve your solutions. It can solve your problems, right? But really, that shouldn't be your motive. Because there are different ways in solving different issues. Now, this reality too is another reality. When you go to different realities, and this reality is not different from those realities, right? It is not different. This reality is also part of it. Now, there are different beings almost air projected by as you project almost realities. It is all the same, right? Here, so a man for friend has into spiritual. Because we use the word spiritual world because it's the unseen world, right? And it's Obo and Ramdan Galaxy. Not yes, as we use planet as you know. On to me for the new who not to tell or Captain and San or Bahas, since you're my friend unseen world. And I see you, yes, I'm my friend. Right?
Nice, I know my friend. I don't know. Maybe almost over friend. Spiritual idea, I need the meaning.
Right? But how is that spiritual? Because I said in the daily day now, who wants spiritual no full from for everything is spiritual. Or you need the word spiritual flow. Everything is part of existence. Everything is made up of energy, vibration, and frequency. The basic form of life, the basic elements, or whatever it is, they create this reality, And then there were all other dimensions, all other realities. There's no difference to anything. But we try, most of the time, people create labels. People create different labels. just to create more confusion and just to bring us and just to not know what is going on. You see, and that is really, really a problem that need to be solved. Instead of saying, boom, saying one, all of them are existing as a one thing, that all of them are within us. Oh, and at different levels, and a higher planes, and a higher and it doesn't really matter. There's nothing go higher somewhere. Higher and lower is within the mind. Okay, high and low is within the mind. Consciousness is everywhere. Within consciousness, there's no, or within your soul of who you truly are, there's no, what do you call it? There's no high, there's no duality. Lower and up is within duality. Any time of a world, you call higher reality, you call higher realms. Okay, there's a higher realm because you know there's a lower realm, right? So whenever that thing is happening, occur to you, you are still using the mind. You are still within the mind. You see? So anything that is in dual is within the mind because duality, right? But the consciousness, as we are talking about, there's nothing up or low. It is just everything at once. You see what we are talking about? So people sometimes doesn't understand this, but it's all fine. But what we are talking about is, just to have the experience. And life is gonna be fulfilled for you. You're gonna know you're not just this body, and then maybe of course will have a fun serious, because and maybe we are gonna for you could come in and because of certain things this reality is only the reality that exists for us. We couldn't depend now or money paper not ye. But if Asen is the only real thing to or you do be obeying home. And answer so on a bit living comfortable. That what I say. But here is just one word. And yet, if we are sitting in our share, when Saturday and Saint Gabori amount for those, I just one pill. Infinity. You see, but again, because of we think that this is only the one that we have, so we fight for it, we protect, we do a whole lot of just to secure it here. But what about the other ones too? Obetana say about bra abu amount for I do baby out so baby you have. And so the other reality on your house. But I ask you when him say or friends say or idea or something. The idea is not about material stuff. It's all part of it. The idea is part of it. But it's not all of that. Because when you die and you move on to other realities, really you don't know how to bring in a boss one because you're never gonna exist anyway. This 10 and 24 can amount for the amount for cancer, but you don't still get it. And today be also amount for Wukono. I have something no maybe kwana. Really, but it's almost like you're going to be near being a fool be dinner. First night, sorry, yes, 7 years. Yes, Pinas the Honas and Fremere boy and one. It's almost like we forget about, we knew how it is. Because Pentecost is not what is OB. A friend is saying, about the search here. What's in West India? But it's almost like it always be about the search here. And yes, we are new grammars and cocoa about the search. We don't do anything. I'm like, what? Can't you see? They did all they can do. The way an Obia Baby so one fan again. Or no, I sometimes I don't know. But in China, I'm catching among for inches and all kinds of anyone here talking about NPCs, non-playable characters. Because why can't you see through the illusion? Really? No, the new member here and who here look. Now, or there will be one smash in the trim. Now, or no be. Adolf Hitler crowd cool. So no. Who crowd the backwana? Really, what is the essence of it? As a 100 can say in no knowledge and wisdom. 100 can. because it doesn't matter say nipa kono wanyini. It doesn't matter say wa yakokra and wa abrowa and also we and only your physical age and kashe enyini no aye nyansa ene hunumu a wo e wo wiase a wo tim ene wiase ne sibi esibitie ene how a wo tie ase no ene your friend say enyini. You see? So you may see somebody when you may be all, it almost like a childish stuff, but it's all fine. You see? So again, you prepare is and then you get the other side. I didn't just what it is inevitable. I bro focus about inevitable. It's something it is impossible to avoid. You cannot avoid it. You cannot live forever, right? Anyway, we have the spiritual world. Either you like it or yes, by hook or crook, you are going to experience it whatsoever. Really, you are not gonna, you are not going to. I don't know. When you run through now, the whole experience. The one now you can see your practices are as a wolf, as a wolf room. So again, what are you doing? You see, so it's almost like a boy one person because they say, "Yo," but you're gonna die anyway. You're gonna experience the spiritual world anyway. So I didn't know pray hono. Ube jano anyway, right? Yeah, found and your man who a man for our day, a man for to see to gain yourself, no. Oh, fan anyway. So sometimes I call for no, and I'm who say the Amadrino and me really no or how man for no just because to secure this life. Where here no, I didn't know at the end of the day, a baby consonant, a baby she a so why are you working, hurting people, doing bad stuff to people to secure something which is not even real, which is not gonna last forever, which is really you're gonna left there. So why don't you seek for the greater thing, something which is gonna be unlimited, something which is gonna be with you forever and ever, something, why don't you seek wealth, inner wealth, which is gonna be with you forever, right? So even though people we being successful on this earth, it's also a psyop, it's also an illusion. You see what we are talking about? We are not saying that it's fine. It's and only but is not enough. That is what I'm saying. But as a society, and yes, some of us, some of amount for more platform, we've been managed to do that, right? At least your calculate the go feel back or car if you want to quite things are working although but yeah, it's good for us to break through, right? It's fine, we've done well. But the why it's not enough because at the end of the day, the kakrana unims why na society no hunu say na hu hia no. There's gonna be a time a baby share one sa. Right? So why don't you seek the bigger picture? That yeah, this is all fine. Again, yeah, spiritual who for no material and I no. We now fufu be we now where be what time be at them, have time with your family. Enjoy this life is too again. Live this life you are living here is also part of the enjoyment too. And you say who knows who will work over now who go and how far could you yeah, it's also part of the experience. You understand what I'm talking about? Here is also part of the reality that we experience it. So here is also supposed to be experienced. Okay? International needs to come here, come to ultimate because yes, you need to experience that. And you need to work yourself to work on your game to get things you are supposed to get and to experience or to live a full life here. It's fine. Okay, it's really needed. But the other side and also so is much needed. It's almost like this one is 30%. And then the other one no, is 70%. Which is knowing thyself, you're knowing all these normal issues, different realities, multiverse, your spiritual self, your inner enlightenment, who you truly are. All this now will be about yourself, right? And no, the 70%. That is a real wealth, right? That is what you really need to attach to this one you have. You see? But yeah, nearby my outside one will be much priority mine than the inside one, which is really the important. Okay, so um, if you just learn how to position yourself well, and then I can ready player one na the other one. You see the headset now they are seeing anymore. It's the same as the mind in it here. What they are showing. So you are in the what is showing here? Reality now we experience you who know how say the physical body ni na no. A headset is the akwana they are no. Consciousness in the asset is about like a headset. You know the expensive physical reality here. It's a consciousness, as a game we know. So also I didn't say no. Or you free nania. As a reality now or expensive you will be free right? Because I didn't audition and I say I didn't money expensive that reality. And you hope you sign physical body is what here. It's more like a VR headset. And it's a we free which is one obi wua. Obi wua is when the person I wrote at and a person via artist VR headset na I didn't share no. Wow into we are now who honey no a best easy to exist. Because we are now who has no a share sa at the onset. We picture attitude not that one. I didn't share no. Also some more moving now also the shin here and who we are saying was my program here what that VR headset, right? The moment to be here free that reality now what VR headset it doesn't exist for him anymore. As in you say I didn't shame and where you're free when it there, you won't be able to see again to that reality again. The same way a physical body a VR headset. Huh? And a shame. You usono it doesn't have any feelings to it. Usoni any all this. But o physical body now one. O physical body now o one. Answer oh any why oh hwene oh nose oh katrama. These are all sensory perception. It takes information to the brain. It's almost like also it's more like a mechanical a program.
I'm a friend of
Your eyes is
biological
programmed,
machine.
sir. So it's a machine. It's part of the VR headset. No, it's a body, a part of the body. To consciousness, no, be or experience it. Sir, VR headset, or experience the sensory perception. You know, a body way, and a consciousness in the as VR headset, or the experience it. And to the moment consciousness will be VR headset, which in this case, which is our body, once a reaction, no be over to another different dimension, which is probably the astral world. Unless what's up the fashion. So when we are doing the travels now, what we do is you raw physical VR headset tonight. You run for a temporary time. Now my access to venture into the astral. And then I open up as well experiencing this reality. I just have a show body with huh? Answer the way experience, answer the what swelling, answer the what touch it, who chop fufu, answer the bed, answer the bed finish who chop fufu. Or conscious who chop fufu, I want it. So it's the same thing. So answer your person is about physical or say a for body inside the share, conscious in the for body no side the share. They said they are called the share or the share, or the share and was it sometimes who go out of the body now, but when you come back into your body. Or if I know say you are not really or consciousness has not really what is this word? This is where as a consciousness, intimate.
Integrity, papa, or body name.
Yeah, intimate integrity what body no you. It was also nanti abonso now feely what do you call it? As of feely as a one nanti and as a what it. It's the same thing as you tell me yeah. Oh down so going to different two down also Liana so be benyane your consciousness come back. And you both of us who are done when you know so both one nanti abonso wouldn't baby on and both of when that happens, what has happened is our consciousness, it hasn't been able to integrate in this body yet. As a fully inside, I imagine, and your man, I am disjointed. Oh, Quahana's a one antiqua. Unless, oh, yeah, Eka Kranas, a BBI corrector. Now, for via headset, no shame here, or body no shame here. Now, for what you who's okay, walk left and now right, right? It's the same thing. You see, so at the time is already about 5. 4. But this
Okay.
movie have so much to be explained, and things to expand on. But
Jebe patrana.
I think about the book of free guy, and free guy, and so about it. It's more like the same thing about the free guy. And I think that more movie, your more friend, no. Oh, and it's all over game was Tron. I'm friend of Tron.
Tron. Yeah.
Yes, Tron. And also an critique game no real musa and over game no the pep when you do a critique game. But over the game no to me contacting different beings from other universes. Now I think they record that movie. That movie is very, very nice.
Okay.
So when you
My
so create
download it
something for
too.
me, your creating imagination will real to enter into the game. Or funny as said, people were contact or contacting other beings from other universes through the game. So we were like, okay, is this really something I've created for imagination, or is this really something out there, right? Anyway, this is more time for questions and answers probably.